Oh, that looks better. That looks a lot better. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Definitely looked like Law was over there knocked out for a
Ah,
second.
had me looking crazy on this shit. I gotta get y'all the James Franco smile, like into your eyes, like you meddling streams.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
already know what it is, though. It's another episode of Quality Time TV with your boy Lord L. Dot on the gram. You already know what it is, and my host, my fellow host.
What's up, man? DJ Deem in the building. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Sorry about having to come on a Tuesday night, y'all. If you guys didn't see last night, we had an internet outage because it was so brick in New York. The internet actually went out for about 45 minutes.
To get some blankets and some covers and logs for the fire because it was brick dick. How is so cold the internet give up? Like, where you ever heard of the internet just giving up because of the temperature? That's crazy.
That's cold. That's cold, man. I didn't even know that was possible. We was tuned in. We had Taylor L. Jazz. He came on. Thank you so much, Taylor, for coming on the
Yes,
show too.
yes. Taylor, shout yourself out for that, bro.
Word. I
We
don't got
appreciate
sound
that.
effects, but burr, 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 burr.
Big
Yeah,
up.
I gotta get some sound effects, huh?
Facts. Get the horns, get the wow. You know the little kids? Like, wow.
Yeah, yo, how the DJ don't got sound effects, bro?
Hey, man. It's a working process.
I gotta do
Working
better.
process.
I gotta do better. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I see you, Ocean Wolves, Shy. I see you, Shorter. Welcome back. Welcome back, all of y'all. We got a couple topics for y'all today. First and foremost, we gotta address the elephant in the room.
Hmm.
All over social media, we got this talk about Soldier Boy, man. Soldier Boy, tell him. That's
Soldier
that's what
man.
that's what it was, right? Soldier Boy, tell him. That was his
Soldier
name.
boy, tell him. That's a big, big fact.
That was
Yo,
the
that's.
name.
I don't even know, like, what happened, bro? What
Yo, he looks
happened?
like two different people now.
Word.
I
He
just
looks
want to
like
point that out.
he looks super stressed out, but like he just keeping it pushing just because. You feel me?
He's
Like
a bona fide hustler, man. Bona
word.
fide hustler.
I'm not gonna hold you. I respect his movements 1,000% because at the end of the day, we need more of him out here trying to set some kind of examples. But just do it the right way. Keep the fraudulent shit to a minimum.
100%, 100%. So if you guys weren't tuned in yesterday, we had talked about a little bit of stuff in regards to Soldier Boy. One of the biggest things is there's a little saying going around saying that Soldier Boy is actually the godfather of hip hop.
Hmm.
And there was a couple people that disagreed with it. I kind of had to take the stance of maybe he kind of is, maybe he kind of does have a big place in hip hop. Maybe he does have a stamp because when we think about the impact that he created for the modern day rapper, um, he kind of has a point with that. He's created the blueprint to say this is what you have to do in order to succeed in regards to using Instagram, making your own beats, and things of that nature. What were some of the stuff that you were saying?
And I mean, you right. I kind of agree in a sense. Like he kind of set the blueprint for. All right, El Jazz was saying that there's people that came before that also was out on the internet, was doing their thing, was dancing in their music and stuff like that. But it seems like Soldier Boy set the blueprint for how to monetize that to the extreme. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like he it, he changed the way record labels look at hip hop music because yeah, it was marketable before, but the formula that he used and even coming up by himself making, I guess what I think it was like $7 million
Mm.
when he was 17. They're like, oh my god, if this kid could do that, imagine what we could do when we really get
Yeah.
in there and freak it. You feel me? So he definitely set some kind of model for them to follow, and in that sense, I guess he's an OG of the new generation of hip hop music and the new way that we consume our culture.
And it was something interesting that you said that he was 17 and he kind of created $7 million by himself, and it makes me think of Chance the Rapper. Um, and how Chance the Rapper is 100% independent, doing all of, not 100%. There's rumors, but anyways, y'all get what I'm saying. But Chance came out and created a whole platform for himself. He put his music out, and he blew up. Grammy nominated, all of that stuff. He was doing that. He did that all. Not nominated. He won, but he did all of that without having the need of the resources of a label. And you kind of got to say that Soldier did that as well, where he saw a gap and he filled it. There was something else that we brought up. We brought up about his sound and the gimmicks of doing the dances and things like that. Um, I personally think he succeeded with it. He did that very well. He created a beat that was very catchy. He created a song, Soldier Boy, telling him crank that Soldier Boy. That whole crank that movement was running for a while, and I think he did it successfully.
Yeah, he definitely did. Honestly, you got to give Soldier Boy props for something, regardless. Like whether his like new businesses work out or not, like you got to give him props, even if it's just for longevity. Like when did he come out? Like '08 or some shit
That was
like
about
that,
oh 08, oh 09, around
right?
then.
So he like 10, 11 years in the game, and he's still relevant enough to like be on the Breakfast Club and start trending in social media and all that. Like, if he's still able to do that at this point in time, then we got to give him respect. We got to give him some type of respect. You feel me? And it's funny because I be seeing these radio interviews that he's doing, and you would think people was showing him love, but then you see them on a different interview and they laughing about it with the other hosts, and I'm like, I don't know, the shit wild
Yeah,
fake. Like,
there
you don't
was
even
there
know
was
who to
somebody
trust.
that came out saying that the week prior people were out here joking on Soldier Boy. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Gina 45, I see we talking about Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, the Godfather of hip hop. Let us know what you think in the chat. But apparently, the week before all of that stuff happened, people were clowning Soldier Boy. People was making fun of him, and this guy came out on video. And I forgot who it was, but it was somebody that was actually important. I don't remember his name, but I think that was just something that we should be looking at and saying like, all right, we can't be clowning him one week and then celebrate him the next because he's coming out speaking facts.
Right, big facts. Honestly and truly, but that's how life is, right? They love you one minute, they hate you the next, because majority of these people is fake and phony, and like they never really fucked with him in the first place. They
Mm.
just was there for the hype and to see what happened. A lot of these niggas that's paying attention now probably was the ones that was paying attention when he was bugging out and like talking about he was from Bompton and niggas was like running down on him on camera and shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's probably a lot of those same
BX
people.
BX Productions, what's up? We see you in the chat.
Yo, what up, BX? It's probably a lot of those same people that's out there right now looking at the situation and cracking jokes and shit and just waiting to see it end badly. But now that he fake winning, the narrative changed and it's like, oh, why you got too many business? Why you got so many businesses and why would Nintendo sit down with you? And it's like, nigga, like, is really that's the reception you gonna give me after y'all clown me for all the clown shit? Now I'm trying to do some great shit and y'all still clowning me. So fuck y'all. I'm gonna do whatever. That's how I look at it. Yo, shout out BX Production though. Good looks, bro.
Yeah,
Good looks,
appreciate
buddy.
you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I was actually on his show on Sunday,
Word. Shout
pregame
out to
show.
pregame show, man.
Yeah, we were talking about Big Soldier on there. We talking about him. Yeah, and one thing that we did talk about on there. Now that I got you here, I'll ask you, Lamar. A question that came up was like, did Soldier Boy kind of create a lane for like a Takashi 6 9 that whole trolling wave?
Hell no. He didn't
Mm,
create no fuck. Man, listen, 50 Cent laid the blueprint for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like 50 Cent was the one that came out like throwing shots at the whole world. You feel me? 50 Cent was the one that was out here wilding on camera or sometimes not even on camera. Like you just heard stories like the situation with him and Black in the room when niggas turned the lights off and niggas just started poking and you feel me?
mm,
Shit like that. Like 50 Cent been a troll, you feel me? And he's still a troll. That nigga took that shit to new heights now. Like, he's
yeah,
like grandmaster troll of the internet, you feel me? To the point where niggas is scared to go at him and he crushing niggas' careers and shit. So, like, he definitely set the trend for that whole wave. Like, Takashi is just a student of the game at the end of the day.
I think 6 9 mastered it though, man. If I have to really say, I think 6 9 turned it into an art.
He was in a sense he mastered it only because he had the platforms. If 50 had I to the chat, BX Production says, but 50 wasn't doing it on the internet until later in his career, which goes to my point where I'm saying he didn't have the platform where he could broadcast his personal feelings like that 24/7.
Hmm.
And it's almost like you had to watch it, even if you hated him, but you wanted to watch it to see what the fuck happened. Like if there was a world star on Instagram and all that shit when 50 was coming out, you don't think one, a lot more niggas would be in jail right now because a lot of shit would have been recorded that shouldn't have been. But you don't think
Still
that
is,
nigga,
still is.
right? Facts. But if 50 had the means back then, by now his reach, that nigga would probably have like 200 million followers. Like
Hmm.
his reach would be fucking ridiculous, where he could just make a movement with some
I mean,
words.
we've seen 6ix9ine do it, so you're absolutely right.
Exactly.
I just think 6ix9ine learned the art and mastered it because, as I said on pregame show, I said sometimes the creators aren't the masters. You
Um,
you think about it. Just because you created something doesn't mean you mastered it. Same thing going back to Soulja Boy. Just because I think he created the blueprint for the modern day rapper, but he didn't master it the way how these kids in 2019 have. They fully figured out how the internet works. The internet is another limb for them, and they understand how it works.
Very true, very true. Honestly and truly, a lot of the times the person that creates it isn't the master. You feel me?
Mm.
Like if you want to talk about politics, that's the issue with us in China right now. You feel me? Because we
Yeah.
creating shit, but China just copying everything, and they got niggas sweating. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
oh shit. But um,
Thank you,
as
BX.
far
He says gems. Thank you.
word gems. As far as like bro, you right. Honestly and truly, you right. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like Takashi might have mastered the shit. He mastered the troll game
Mm,
because anything that nigga put out, like everybody was tuned in. Like you loved
mm.
him, you hate him, whatever. And he was able to, even when they tried to shut his career down, like they 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 tried to murder his career in the US. He took it overseas and made meals and came back and was like, I told y'all niggas y'all wasn't gonna stop me. You feel me? So
Mm.
in that sense, yeah, because I don't think 50 totally had the autonomy that this nigga does. Like 50 still had to like walk a certain line to keep the label happy so they wouldn't drop him. Takashi was almost built off drama and bullshit, you feel me? So the label would encourage him to keep it up. You feel so it's weird. It's just I feel like it's the time periods like and the opportunities present. Like if 50 was in this time right now, just coming out and people still like fucked with that type of music and stuff like that, man, boy,
BX says since he's been gone, no one has matched his trolling level. And
at all.
I agree. I think that's why Soldier's having a little run right now. Like somebody has to fill in that gap. Takashi had so much influence on social media culture that he says 6ix9ine trolling was like
Like
Super Saiyan Blue.
real
I,
shit. And
I'm
it's funny
speaking of,
that that's even a conversation right now. Like, yo, this nigga's the best
exactly.
troll. Like, oh, who's the best troll? Like, nigga, what?
Because
Damn.
in with the internet trolling, we've gotten to this place where we can say so much behind a phone and behind a computer that and alter people's thoughts. And that's honestly what trolling is. Like you're just being dumb and you're altering the way how people think. And you know, 6ix9ine was able to do it on a level where he brought it to reality. Same thing with 50 Cent, but 6ix9ine, let's not forget he had a whole city playing Where's 6ix9ine,
Word, that's
a
true.
whole city. We're not
Yeah.
talking about one, two people. People was out here, and he's walking through the mall feeding the homeless.
But another perspective on it could be maybe he didn't master it. Maybe he actually went about think about it like this. If you master something, would you be in jail? You
I
feel
think
what
that
I'm saying?
I think that's different though. I think he
I
wasn't
the
playing it
only
smart.
The only reason why I don't think it's different is because 50 was in similar circumstances that could have landed him in prison for a hefty amount of
Mm,
time. You feel what I'm saying? But he managed to avoid that and still make millions and still come up and then still stay relevant doing the same shit he was doing that got him on.
mm,
Takashi, I think, figured out the secret and took that shit to the moon. Like he kicked it into overdrive, but he didn't have good planning behind it. He didn't have good preparation behind it. It's almost like he figured something out and was just like, yo, let's go a million at it. You feel me? He didn't plan it out like, all right, so now I really got to step away from this gang shit. If y'all gonna keep this gang shit up, y'all
A
gotta
hundred
move a
percent.
certain way.
And
You feel what I'm
that's why I'm
saying?
saying I think it's two different levels at that point. Whereas, can you compare his him who he's associated with compared to what he's doing for compared to what he's doing for his career? I think those are two different levels. Granted, he should have stepped away from that lifestyle. He should have, if it was his team, he should have left his team behind, but he didn't do it. When it comes to his, I'm gonna call it art. When it comes to his art of trolling, he managed to master that to a T, to the point where he set a new precedent of what trolling is coming in the music industry. Now, if somebody's going to be called a troll, you have to get to a 6ix9ine level. You have to pass that.
And that, if you're looking at it from that perspective, then yeah, facts, you're right. If you're looking at it from a perspective of like what the point of the trolling is, like what the purpose, then nah, he came up just a little bit short. He almost mastered it 100%. Like he almost mastered it completely, but he fucked up at the end, at the finish line.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Flea, I see you. DJ Brooklyn Rich 26. What's up, man?
I see
Sh-
you, buddy.
Shout out to DJ Brooklyn. He's always commenting on our posts. He always got some good
Facts.
thoughts, man.
He be out here killing me,
Yo,
and I be
right
dying on
now,
the regular.
Brooklyn, DJ Brooklyn. Right now, we talking about Soulja Boy. Is he the godfather of hip hop? We also talking a little bit about who's mastered trolling, who created the new level of trolling. Flea says Soulja was by himself on the internet. 6ix9ine had niggas behind him, but he is a better troller.
I mean,
That's
Soldier,
a good point.
that's true, but Soldier also had niggas behind him. It's just at the time people didn't even know what the fuck trolling was in regards to digital media and content. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But but I'm sure if he came out later on, like around the 6ix9ine time, he would have yo, what Soldier? Imagine how pissed off you was. You remember back in them days when you downloaded a song you couldn't find for months.
You got the Bill
For
Clinton.
months.
You got the Bill
Months you
from
finally got it,
LimeWire.
and the nigga Rick rolled you on some never gonna give
Give you
you up,
up.
never gonna you been like what
Yo,
the
that was a
fuck?
whole wait. But remember,
Yo.
I think he was also the one that did the clickbaits first. Where you put
Yeah.
the video up and then you put a whole different title. He started that. Go to the chat. Flea Mason says not from jump. Red Moo Chan, I see you. Thanks for tuning in.
Shout
Prez
out Red
Avi,
Moon
what's up,
Chain.
man? Shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Flea Mason says when he had rubber band chains, he was.
Oh, when he had I ain't know nothing about no rubber band chain, but
Mm,
damn, Big Gucci sold. Damn, this nigga been wild. Remember millions and millions. Fuck it, millions is
yeah.
millions.
Mi- mi-
That's the slogan for
but
2019.
But are we saying hold on, like we say millions of millions? Because there was something that came up where we talked about 20 million compared to 2 million, right? Um Flea Mason says OG of clickbait. DJ Brooklyn Rich says
Ah,
Prez Avi, what up, my guy? What's good? What's up, man? Thank you for tuning in.
facts.
Right now we in the chat. Let us know your thoughts on everything. We talking about Soldier Boy. BX says the internet back in the day was different.
Big, yeah, it was the internet back in the day was just a tool. Now it's a community. Like
Mhm.
now it's a different world. Like it's a whole separate world outside of reality. Back then it was like either you on it for porn or you downloading music or you playing computer games. Like that's it. Like
Yeah,
or YouTube.
in MySpace. In
My
MySpace.
oh yeah, your
Yeah.
top five. Yo, I used to get in trouble for that top five shit
The
or
top
top 10,
top
whatever.
eight.
Niggas used to be tight, like how I'm not in your top on MySpace. I'm like,
Yeah,
nigga, come on, big.
yeah. And I should give it so Flea says Soldier was definitely in his mom crib on YouTube buying
Buying fake
fake
babes
babes
and
and dancing
dancing
to
to
his
his song.
songs. Red Moon Chan says probably down south, but not up
Not up
here.
here.
And
And
New
wild
York,
nigga.
where you at? Shout
Shit.
out to New York. Shout out to New York. But
Fact.
nah, Soldier Boy was hustling back then, man. He was
Soldier
hustling.
Boy's still hustling. What you mean? 200,000
Oh,
in a day, nigga.
wait,
12 hours, 24 hours, nigga.
but you only sold
212,000.
eight. We gonna get into that.
But he
We
only
gonna get it.
sold eight.
We
I
gonna
know.
get into that. We gonna get
First and
into that.
foremost, you only sold 8 units, nigga.
And that's what you earning?
Why you got so many businesses and you only selling 8 units? Yo, Jesus
So
Christ.
we gonna get into that though. We definitely we gonna get into one of the next topics is too many business. I'm sure y'all seen that clip. If y'all haven't, we definitely talking about King Africa Mac. What's up, man? Thank you for
Yo, A
tuning in.
Mac, A
Yes,
Mac, what's
yes.
goody,
Yo,
buddy?
I think Africa is a good person to ask about the new blueprint of artists because I'm we know Africa for a while, and I've personally seen him utilize the internet to kind of get to where he's at, where like places where Instagram and World Star, these places start to exist. So we really think about it. If Soldier dropped, if we had a World Star back in 2000, when did World Star really blow? Actually,
Nigga.
hold on, let me
Probably
think
like
about that.
2012, probably like
20
2012, 2011.
2012. So Soldier wasn't on World Star or any of those platforms. He just went viral through YouTube, like
Nah,
standard
you know
YouTube,
who
right?
was on World Star? Us, nigga. We got on World Star. It was amazing. For anybody who was there, remember Shorty got on stage with the tampon hanging out? Man, good old days. But yeah, Soldier Boy wasn't on World Star back then at all, bro.
Mhm.
And le- the platforms didn't exist, and I feel like a World Star maybe would have still come about, but it wouldn't have happened as fast as it did without a Soldier Boy. You feel me?
Mm.
I feel like he even helps that. Like, let's keep it a buck. His influence is far reaching. It's just you really have to stop and think like, yo, who was the first? Who was there in the beginning? And that's when you remember a nigga like Soldier Boy. Other than that, you're gonna credit mad other people.
In the chat, Flea says World Star is old. King African Mac, yo, was goody, bro. I missed 30 minutes. Nah, man, we only been on for about like 20, 25 minutes. We still got time. Let us know what you want to do in the chat, man. Flea says Soldier is the first rapper on YouTube.
Not necessarily true. L Jazz said yesterday, Hurricane Chris, I think.
Oh no, I think he was talking about the style of the song. I don't know if he was talking about
Oh,
because he was talking
on
about A
YouTube.
Bay and then like that whole dance movement and
True,
everything.
true, true. So
But
Soldier, yeah.
I think Soldier was the first to blow off of YouTube. Like you think
Yeah,
about it, he's like the original SoundCloud type rapper.
facts, facts, facts. That's real shit though.
So African Max says I'm out, so I'm typing slow, but yeah, Soldier wasn't with Worldstar. DJ Brooklyn Rich says, nah, son. So what you think, man? Let us know what you think. Let us know in
Word,
the
word.
chat.
What you think? What you think, Rich? Who the godfather of this rap shit? 50 Cent era was more world star. You see? That's what I was saying. Real
Mm,
shit.
that's true. That's true.
Real shit.
So so did but 50 Cent didn't really take advantage of the internet. If we're talking Godfather as far as and I'm gonna explain what I mean when I say Godfather. Godfather as in who got the internet, utilize the internet as a tool for them to blow up. The first one is Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody before that
Well, as far as
utilizing the
music,
internet.
as far as
As far as
music,
music,
yeah.
yes, yes. As far as music, we did have other stuff that did go viral and that people did blow up off of. But Soldier Boy was the first person to say, "All right, I'm gonna create this video. I'm gonna create this dance. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube, and I'm gonna blow up from it." King Af,
African. Oh, go
no,
ahead,
you
bro.
good. You got it.
King African Max says Soldier Boy was more YouTube and blogs and shit. Oh yeah, of this era is so okay. So he's agreeing
Oh,
that
okay.
of this era, Soldier Boy is the one who utilized social media and like the internet to its fullest first. He's a godfather of that shit. This what I'm saying. Flea Mason says this what I'm saying. Yo, and shout out Jesus. We see you, bro.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I can't think of anybody else. So I'm gonna have to say. I'm gonna have to say. I'm sorry, DJ Brooklyn. I gotta say, it. Soldier Boy is the Godfather, the new era of hip hop, man.
But I mean, DJ Brooklyn. I feel like you would have responded already if you had something for that. So I think we could move on to Nadeska,
Oh,
dumb,
let's go.
dumb, retarded, ignorant. Now let me stop. Forgive them, Lord. They do not know what they do. That's what he said, right? Hurricane Chris did it first with A Bay Bay, but was he a YouTube sensation? That's what we saying. But yeah, I'm sure y'all seen the clip from Everyday Struggle of Nadeska asking Soldier Boy, why do you have too many businesses when he's like naming all the ones he has? And what we're thinking is like, how do we get to the point where we're questioning someone on their work ethic because they have so many businesses? And why is it that when somebody from our culture reaches out or looks to us and says, hey, I have something I'm trying to do, will you invest in it? The first thing that we do is shoot it down. But if you've seen the new Apple iPhone 6 million and 32 coming out, you're gonna be like, oh shit, what? Let me, and like he said, Well, you gotta verify that for yourself. But like he said, they're being made in the same place. His materials coming from the same place, so it really makes no sense for you to judge him differently. And they making an iPhone for what he said, $8. They
Yeah.
selling that shit for like 1,000 and change.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, he's selling something for like $20. That's like that's like when Starberry came out with his shoes
Oh
for
man.
$20. Niggas and
Uh,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna too much hold us for the Starberry shit because them shits was ugly. But
yo,
still,
dudes used
like,
to get roasted in those.
yo, don't
Uh,
even wear that
yo,
shit. But
hold on,
still,
because there's a lot of activity going on in the
facts,
chat.
facts.
A
Chat
lot of
going nuts.
activity. So, King African Max says music, fashion, tats, dance in the form that's going on right now. It's Soldier. Yeah, 100%. Yo, he kind of. I'm looking at that, and then the topic that we're talking about. Soldier Boy has always been hustling in multiple things: the
Right.
fashion, the music,
He was
everything.
writing his name on his
You-
glasses.
Yeah, like he kind of started that too. So, sorry about that. Brooklyn Rich says Hurricane Chris did it first with A Bay Bay. I'm spinning and watching.
Hey, that's
100%.
dedication, Brody.
Yeah,
Respect. My
yeah, I
friend out here on the gig and watching quality. You see what quality time do? You should watch while you at work too. Don't worry, we spinning this shit back later.
King African Max says Hurricane Chris. Hell no, all caps. Never was a sensation. Flea says, what did he do first? King African Max says
That's
Nadesta crusty
crusty.
for that. Lee says Soldier had vlogs that niggas was watching on
On
YouTube
YouTube.
all the time. King African Max says Apple is in every business: phone, TV, music, hardware, computers.
Facts.
Oh, hold on, my bad, y'all.
Red Moon Chan says, "Don't question me on how I get my money." Drops her bag and walk away. Fleet Mason says, "Him outside, what? Him outside the crib and that damn fake Bapes with the rubber band chains. Not to mention second top soul ringtone. And King African Max says Apple probably got parts in Google. Let's keep it a buck. They probably all sleeping with each other. Like, I'm gonna keep it 3,000. King African Max says, "A Baby was one song. Soldier has a movement." Who?
Yeah, it's a good
You
point.
nigga, what you mean? What
That
you
was a
thought?
whole era. Crank that was a whole
Facts,
era.
facts, 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 facts.
Yeah, hundred
And then
percent.
big dutty ass shirts
Oh
and
man,
like 10X jean
I had
shorts.
some. I'd be a
My
hypocrite to
nigga,
say I didn't
jean.
have
I
some.
did too, but jean shorts
I
was
had
the
to.
worst mistake I think I ever made, son.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I hated the jean shorts in the summer when you got all sweaty and then they
Oh
started
my.
rubbing your calves and
And
then
then
it
you
was
had a 5XT. The whole shit was drenched and it's just swaying.
yo, you had to layer the tees. That was the trick with it. You had to layer the tees.
Jesus Christ.
You got the 4XL and you put that one was white. Then
Right?
you put the blue triple XL over
And
it.
you leave
So it's
just the top of the collar. Yo,
yo, that's how we
what
did
in the
it.
fuck was we doing,
Shots
yo?
says,
Niggas
yup, in my white tee. Hey.
my white tee. Hilarious.
Yo, and the
Nah,
Air
nah.
Force Ones, you had to have a pair of
Bro, I
Uptown, some
mean,
Air
to
Force.
this, I personally think to this day you can't go wrong with a pair of clean ups, nigga. Some all
100%.
white shits, not the black nasties. Please don't ever get the black nasty shits unless you go to like gym class in elementary.
Yo,
Like
nah.
Jesus,
I remember seeing somebody that was like, yo, people that still wear all black, they if they wear all black Air Forces and the beef and broccoli Tims, they still fight people.
nigga said, nah, you had the extra white tee under the black tee. Hold on, let me do this. Y'all got me. Oh fuck, I just hold on. Did I?
Red Moon says legs looking like toothpicks if your calves wasn't on point.
Facts, facts.
King Africa Max says, Drake take what style is hot and makes it bigger. Soldier move through what's hot and adapt. Flea says crispy. I was killing them niggas them days. I'll rock the blacks right now.
Ah,
Shot says I still got
still
my
got my
beef
beef
and
and
Brox.
Brock.
I can't let them
Let me
go.
let shit done turned into nostalgia hour. I hear it. I
Word.
can't let them go.
But nah, let's get back to it, right? Too many businesses. King African Master says, Soldier been there with the white tee days. We done see his clothes get tighter. So that's 100. That's see, looking at that, Soldier was more than music even when he started. Even when he was coming out, he was giving us music, he was giving us fashion. He always had his hands in a bunch of different things. So him doing it now honestly isn't that surprising.
At
Granted, he
all.
might sound and look a little bit different, but he's right. Like
You know what
he's
it is, bro? I think it's that whole time period when he was wilding. it made a lot of people just write him off. Like he said, that's why he was like, I had the biggest comeback of 2018 because
Yeah.
mad people wrote me off because I was a goof, like I was a goofy nigga, and
Well, let's
it's
not
real
forget
shit.
what he did at the top of the year with
Yeah,
the live stream.
every year
Who
this nigga
said
has a
Big
breakdown.
Soldier don't come to the
Who
hood?
said Big Soldier? Yo, nigga tossed his ass like, get the fuck up off of me, little nigga. But still, like that shit was, bro. I feel like Soldier Boy just needs to take a little bit more time and stay on this path where he's acting like a businessman, and eventually his image gonna change because he still ain't get past them days. He still ain't get past the taking off his chain and then niggas almost running his chain and his phone while he's on live on his. You feel me? He ain't moved past that yet. That shit is fresh in the back of our
Mm.
mind. So
But
I feel like that's why when he introduced something, niggas is quick to shoot it down.
mm.
But he got
But
good
I feel
ideas.
like that's more than just him. I feel like that happens in our community more than it should. Like you even look at it, a dude in your hood comes out and says, "Yo, I'm trying to pursue a rap career, or I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to create this brand," and we all just kind of shoot him down, especially if they're doing more than one stuff. Because I've had people even tell me where it's like, "Yo, why you doing all of this? Why do you know all of this stuff?" And it's like, how you gonna ask me why do I know all of this?
Yo,
Why do I?
bro, one one of the phrases I hate the most is yo, you thinking too much. Like, nigga, fuck you mean I'm thinking too much.
No,
Like, of course,
I'll be
like I'm
honest.
here.
There is levels to that.
Nah,
There is levels to it.
but they mean it in regards to me pursuing different things. Like,
Mm. Mm.
how am I thinking too much? Like, bro, one thing I'll say is as far as like trying to pursue a career and having people support it, yeah, that shit is hard as fuck, especially from the people that know you the most, which is the weirdest thing.
Mm.
But once you like keep going, once you say fuck it and keep going, those same people either one gonna fuck with you, two hate but still tune in, or three like finally adapt to the idea. Like maybe you are bigger than the nigga from such and such block that I knew since I was 12. You feel me? Maybe it's more to you than just that. And instead of looking at it like who's he, who the fuck he think he is, you feel me? Look at it like, yo, who can I be? Like
Yeah.
look at my
Yeah.
homie. Like this last year he wasn't doing that.
And it
Like
only
even
takes a year.
even look at Blueface.
It only
Like
takes a year.
look at Blueface.
Look
Niggas
at
is
look
looking
at
at him like
Tarzan, real Tarzan dude.
facts. The IG dude with all the
Yeah.
animals. Like
Yeah.
once you really start opening your mind and thinking like, yo, this is inspirational, not something I should hate, then you become greater yourself. But niggas gotta take their ego out of shit. The chat jumping on, let me hop in this bitch.
You
But
got
let
it.
me
You
see.
got it. Go
Yes,
ahead. Go
sir.
ahead. You got
DJ
it.
Brooklyn Rich through the eyes out there. I see you, boy. Flea Mason says facts. He made bait pop besides Kanye and Nigo and his. I don't know, Flea. You got wait, Red Moon Chance said laugh at my ass off Flea May, but Flea May just did hella typos. Like me, fix that up, bro. Let me see. Shaish 11 said, I feel like our own people don't have faith in us. Everyone looks down on one another. We don't support each other's ideas. Facts. King African Max said, you can't tell a man how many businesses to invest in based off your stock portfolio. Big facts. Loving the desk, a big ass forehead, but she a bird. Shaija Lover said, even after the idea works, black folks quick to say it's a scam. Bigger facts.
mm.
Hold on, King African Mac facts. What she said. Shy said, or if it doesn't work for them, they get lazy and they back out of it. Let's admit mindset is fuck, and we're lazy too. We don't want to work. Well, most of us don't want to work. And
Mm.
I don't big facts. Let's keep it a buck. And I hate saying it. No, not even that I hate saying it. I just don't like bashing people completely. Like I'll talk shit like, yeah, you need to get it the fuck together, but I want to offer you a way to get it together because I know a lot of the times, let's keep it a buck, it's not even their fault. We go to
Mm.
school and we're taught to conform and shit, and we taught to learn how to follow orders and shit and be a
Yeah.
cog in a machine. So once you just get dropped out of that machine, it's like, what the fuck? Which part am I? I'm a lug nut.
Yeah.
Where do I fit
And
in now?
it's
You
it's a
feel
good
me?
good thing that you bring it up. Like you just get dropped out of it because I even put up a post the other day where I was saying that we need to stop asking for permission. We were raised in a ask for permission society.
Bro. I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro.
You're good. You're good.
But that is I was just arguing with niggas about that at my sister's crib the other day. Cause shout out Killer Mike and his new show called Trigger Warning. Cause we was watching that shit and it was talking, I don't know how we got into talk about black businesses and people like not people being held back from pursuing what they want. And I'm like, yo, our problem is y'all niggas need to stop bitching, complaining, and begging. I hate niggas begging, like protesting and shit like that. That's fucking begging. That's begging somebody that you know for a fact don't give a fuck about you to change. All power and respect to the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King marched mad long, died, changed a couple of things. What is really different in 2019 from then?
Mm,
Yeah, we integrated and shit, but like how much problems is caused because of that? Because people still don't accept the fact that yeah, you might look different, but we're all one human race. You feel what I'm saying?
mm,
Like we need to stop begging people that no matter what won't change their opinion of us. Stop begging them to look different. Stop to look at us different. Stop begging them to include us. Stop begging them to like help us out and do for ourselves. I say this all the time. That's why there's a Koreatown. That's why there's a Chinatown. That's why
yeah,
there's a Jewish neighborhood. Because they said, you know what? You think the Irish people came when Irish people came over here, they was looked at like niggas. Like they was looked at like the bottom of the barrel by the rest of the people that was already here. And
yeah.
they did what? They came together and said, fuck y'all, we gonna get into crime, this, that, and the third. We gonna save up money, we gonna buy politicians, and we gonna take over. And look where they at now. Why the fuck black people can't do that? But that's my
It's
rant. Sorry.
something that you said with that, and somebody said it in the chat that I really like. So first, I'm gonna go with what was before that. Brooklyn said facts. Red Moon Chan says, if your establishment isn't up to par, I don't care if you're black, white, or purple, you're not getting my business. Then King Africa Max says, it's America though, not really black people. It's the American in the black people. I like that. I
Facts.
like how he said that. Just want to
Facts.
get through everything before we hop back in it. Brooklyn says exactly. I was raised if you want it, go get it. Shar says, but how many times you offered people help to get their shit together and niggas felt like you weren't down talking them? Once again, blacks also having this pride issue.
It's all
Not
about the
all.
ego.
Uh, they take this as if you a know it all. And I want to go back to what King African Max says, whereas the American in blacks and going back to even before that, what you were saying with the permission. And I think the permission is in America, where we look to say we need people to
Facts.
give us permission for it. And then you brought up like the Koreatown and the Irish and all of these other people when they came here.
Bro, we
And
got the hood, sorry.
yeah, but and this is what I'm gonna say with it. It's like when and we hear about this all the time. Like people come from other countries, like they come from Africa, and then send money back home to their parents, or people come from Jamaica because they were raised differently. You want it, you go get it. But when people are born here and raised here, they're looking for permission every single time. It's give me permission before I do anything. I'm not going to pursue my dreams because somebody has to approve it, or I'm not going to do this because I have to ask somebody before doing that. I can't. I can't. And then you come up with the excuses. And the Koreans ain't doing it. Chinese people ain't doing it when they come here. Nobody's doing it.
You know why? We gotta be reprogrammed, bro. That's what it is. We're programmed in the sense of we have to be given stuff, even from and I think it has more to do with the way history is written because even with slavery and shit like that, they say what Nat Turner and this and that rose up, right? There was over 100 and something. There was mad slave revolts, bro, that went unwritten, that went noticed, that they don't tell us about. You feel me? Because they make it seem as if we were given freedom. We were given this, we were given that, we're given civil liberties, we're given the right to vote. Nah, nigga, we fought and died for that shit. We How many niggas came before that had to take the brunt of the shit for niggas to have that right? It's not a given shit. Because if they had it their way, they wouldn't give us nothing. We'd still be slaves building the country for eternity. Like it's we gotta take it. Like
Yeah,
I get you gotta be peaceful. I get like you can't just cause anarchy and shit, but stop begging niggas. Figure out how to
yeah.
use their system against them. Figure out how to build a company or this, that, and the third and put the funds from the company into politics and buy these fucking politicians and play the game. Like, y'all niggas need to understand the world is a game. Life is a game. And
Hmm.
the shit is gonna happen whether you want to be a player or not. So are you gonna jump on top and ride the bitch? Or are you gonna get rolled over?
And
Choose.
I just want to bring it full circle. Soulja Boy did that.
Soldier, exactly. Soldier Boy said, "What? I'ma lie. I'ma tell y'all niggas y'all buying one thing and it's not. And yeah, I'ma get some backlash for this. But at the end of the day, you know my name now." And then he took that platform,
Mm,
and now he's worth what, 30 million or some shit. Like,
way more than I am.
you nigga, what? Like, come on, like, stop fucking begging people. If there's one thing y'all could do for me as a birthday, Christmas, whatever holiday wish for this year, is stop begging niggas, come together and do it. You think me and Dean and my nigga Rome, shout out Rome, nigga, the guy behind the Wizard of Oz, but you think the three of us was able to do this quality time shit because we begged somebody? Nah. Let's get it,
Yeah.
man. Let's get this money.
A
Let's
hundred
get this
percent.
money.
A
Let me
hundred
go to
percent. So, yeah, that's what I was just about to do. I was about to go to the
Yeah, let
chat.
me let
So,
me go to the chat. Shy, King African Mac says Koreatown, Chinatown, Jewtown, but we got the hood. Shy 11 said that's a fact. Shy 11, you guys are right. King African Mac says we fell into the mindset, and it's a trophy. Begging slash marching, it's a trophy. The hood slash the poverty mindset, it's a trophy. Real shit. Several times I had. Oh, Red Moon Chan says several times I had teachers straight shut me down when I told them facts that I learned at home. Yeah.
mm, mm.
King
Talk about it.
African Mac, laughing my ass off. Soldier got us realizing mad shit. And
Hundred percent.
the crazy thing is, I heard somewhere that Africans don't even like African Americans
Mm,
because they feel like we squandered all the opportunity that we had for us, sitting back bitching or like getting into drugs, all the fuckery, all the negative aspects of society. That's what we exemplify here, and they sitting back there like, nigga, if we was in America right now with our mind state, you know what black people would be?
mm.
And it's like there's nothing stopping us but us.
And it's funny that when I go into the chat, it said King African Max says Soldier ain't begged for a deal. He created a new his own way of creating a platform. Brooklyn Rich says we do. Shah says word. See how he got us thinking. Meanwhile, they counted him out. And I just want to go with something what Nadeska did say. Why do you have so many businesses? Yet we don't see anybody going to we don't see anybody going to Elon Musk and saying. And if y'all don't know who that is, Elon Musk has Tesla. He has
SpaceX, the
SpaceX.
Boring
He
Company,
the Boring Company. What else? I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Solar City.
Solar City Facts. I think he has a fleet of like solar powered trucks or autonomous trucks or some shit too, no?
He's also the guy that's creating the
The
the hyper
Hyperloop.
train
The
the
Hyperloop,
hyperloop that's
yeah.
gonna send people from New York to DC in 15 minutes. I ain't see not one person go up to him and say, "Yo, why you got so many
Why
businesses?"
why you why you why you reaching out so much? Why you trying to help so much, my nigga? Yo, like, what are you talking about,
Oh yeah,
bro?
didn't he just speaking of helping? Didn't he just do something with the people in Flint and created like some
A water
the
filtration
water
system or some shit.
filtration system? Yeah.
Like, but and the funny thing is, I remember I said this, folks, whoever's tuned in the distant, not even distant, in the near future, you're gonna start seeing corporations take over the job of the government because look at the fuckery that we got going on right now and how nothing's getting done. But you got Elon Musk, a nigga that owns a company fixing like the world. Like how we got to this point where it's almost like we're wasting time paying taxes to these niggas for all that. Like, it just needs to be a universal income, and we just choose which company we want to pay into, and that company fixes the world. You feel
I
what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like, what is the
you
government?
could kind of go to Domino's, and Domino's is fixing
Yeah, the
potholes.
potholes.
But I didn't see one person say, "Domino's, why you
Why
doing
you
that?"
why you fixing
But
potholes,
I
Domino?
wanna bring something up with that and go into the music business because I think this is a common occurrence in the music business, and I wanna bring Kanye up. Before I go there, I do wanna go to the chat though.
Shout out
Um,
Golden D. We see you.
oh, what's up? What's up, D? It's my sister. What's up? What's up? Shout out to her. Red Moon says, um, it was more so because they didn't want to tell the truth. Lower class slaves were sold not knowing the colonizers didn't treat them the same way as they did in their society. Flea says facts. Have it your way. Red Moon Chan says, gotta bring up Akon with this subject. Ooh.
Big facts. I could go in
Mm.
on Akon. Akon, man. We get
Mm.
into that.
Shy says, "Oh my God, L. Dot, you are on to something." King African Max says, "Corporation taking over government jobs, bro. I got something. I got something for you. Did y'all see the Fire Fest?
Yeah, I
Oh, I
did.
gotta watch
I
that.
did.
I gotta
I
watch
did
that.
see the
Yeah,
Pride Festival shit. But
I
even
didn't watch it yet. I didn't watch it yet.
my nigga,
I'm
if any of y'all game head, look at Final Fantasy VII and look how the Shinra Corporation was running the world and shit. Like it
mm.
got to the point where corporations really were taking over government like task, and it's crazy. We might as well let's keep what other than starting wars and shit and killing people. What does the government do? They don't even want to give niggas health care, bro. They don't even want to give niggas health care, like, and we're paying them. But they'll kill a million motherfuckers a day if possible. Like,
A hundred
why do we
percent.
need them? Why do we need them?
100%. I wanted to go back real quick. The reason, like somebody brought up Akon, I brought up Kanye at the same time because as Kanye throughout his career, he was always told, and we hear him go off on these rants all the time about it. People always said, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that." He was a producer. Then they said he couldn't become a rapper. He did the rapping thing. Then they said he couldn't have clothes. Do you know how much a pair of Yeezy boots are right now?
Nigga,
Do you know
too
how?
much.
And you know how many people are rocking them? I saw somebody rocking them in the gym today.
Yeah, niggas be wildin'. But there's a lot of them fake ones too, so you gotta watch that. But even though just the way that he shifted culture and he never gave up, I respect it. And Soldier, it's kind of crazy that they even got us going at each other because Soldier came at him like, yo, you was kissing ass and sucking dick
Mm.
to the people at Louis and whatnot, and that's how you got on, and I did it myself. You not no real genius, no real. And it's like, nigga, even what, no matter how he did it, he's in a position where. But then again, I get it because he was supporting Trump and shit. So Kanye is just a fucking enigma. Like he gets me tight because you want to support him, but then he just fucks shit up. That's a whole different topic for a different time.
We're gonna get into that one. You want to go to the
Let's
chat?
see
You want to
the
go to the
chat.
chat?
Yeah, the chat. Let's see. Shaija Lovin says, yes. Oh my God. LOL. That was horrible. King African Max says, "Fuck Jerry, the meme page out here and been out here getting 40,000 plus $40,000 plus contracts for marketing campaigns. No college or business training." Shaj 11 says Fire Festival was so sad. Flea Mason says they just drugged the A out, man. Red Moon facts, they did. They fucked the A up. But he went to them for help. That's the first step. Don't let the devil in your front door. Red Moon Chan says people talk shit about Canada being left on waiting lists, which just isn't true. Yeah, I don't think they Medicare system is that bad. Flea Mason said he was an intern. King African Max says that's how you know corporations gonna run the government. Flea Mason, that's not sucking dick. That's something back then that people who was trying to become a designer did. I mean, it's paying homage. Like you, at the end of
Mm.
the day, it's not like you just gonna kick down the doors of the industry and be like, "Nigga, I'm here now." They'll
With
do
anything,
everything
with
with
anything.
anything. They'll do
I could
everything to kill
imagine
you.
how hard it was for Soldier to get into the video game industry. Because I know he was
Facts.
streaming on Twitch. I know he was doing that. And shout out to anybody that is on Twitch. We are also streaming on Twitch and
We're on
YouTube. So
everything.
shout out to everybody that's tuned in on there. But I'm sure that must have been very difficult for him. And we don't know because we don't see him going on and ranting about it like Kanye does. But I'm
Yeah.
sure it must have been very difficult for him to get even a toe in the door of the video game industry.
Yeah, and at the end of the even us, like, you think this shit gonna be easy to get into this media game? Nah.
Hmm.
Like, we gonna have to do deals and shit with people, but at the end of the day, as long as you stay true to your core values and you figure out if you want to stay true to your core values, you better figure out a way in that door, and with at the least amount of help possible, and that's what the fuck we doing, nigga.
Yeah, and
QT to the death.
we gonna finish up this chat, and then we got one more topic for y'all. We got about 10 minutes left. Red Moon says after his mother passed, something just cracked. Hashtag Black
Black
mental
mental
health. That's
health.
a big hashtag right there.
Shout out, mental
King of
health.
Africa Max says we got pages running jobs that people have careers for. Flea says facts.
Facts.
He had to plot it out like anybody would. Him and Virgil GM
Yeah,
was interns.
Virgil Abloh, the dude that is in control of Louis V's
Yeah.
shit.
Shout out to Virgil. But we're gonna go into the next topic. We got something else for y'all. Got about 10 minutes left. Shout out to everybody that's still tuned in.
Yes, yes. This chat been lit. I'm not even gonna lie. Thank
Oh,
y'all for participating, yo.
hold
Y'all
on.
make this show amazing.
Oh, we in the whole wrong thing right now.
Y'all make this show exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yep. Shout out to everybody
10-year
that
panel.
shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate every single one of y'all. As y'all know, Quality Time is the first interactive media network that does pay its audience.
Yo,
We do
I'm.
reward our audience. Yo, you want to run that down for them real quick? Let them know what that means.
Well, as far as paying the audience, we love you guys. we're happy that you guys are tuning in. So we started a program where the more people that tune into our stream, the more of a reward we give out each episode. And we're gonna actually like start expanding that. Like we already did as far as our Christmas episode, we have the winner in our show right now, Mr. Fleet Mason. He won a TV. He can attest to that for our Christmas episode. So certain times we'll give away big prizes, and when we have a couple of influencers lined up, so don't worry about that. When they come on, we got some gifts. Oh, we got some shit planned for y'all. I just
We
can't
got
wait.
some stuff. If you guys want to win anything, all y'all gotta do is just participate in the
Yep.
chat, and somebody will hit you.
Participate,
Somebody.
share it to your friends, let them know what's going on. Y'all could probably make a plan and come up, get this money. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if y'all work together. Y'all could split the TV, nigga,
the
on
more, the
weekends.
more,
Somebody get it.
the more people that tune in, the bigger the prizes. So please tell everybody, help out black business as well, because this is a all black business
All
right here.
black business.
Let
Think
your
about it like
friends
this: we have 5,000 people viewing this shit. Somebody get in the car.
exactly every episode. So make sure you tell everybody, support Quality Time Network. Let's get into the last topic while we still got a little bit of time left. I want to go. This has been an all Soldier Boy episode, and I want to get into something else that happened while he was on the Breakfast Club, and he talked about Drake and how Drake basically stole his flow. And me and you had a conversation about it, and we were like, is he stealing the flow? Is he paying homage? Is it sampling? What is it? Is it okay in 2019 to steal a flow? We all know that back in the day you had the 90s, and I'm sure DJ Brooklyn, if you got any thoughts on this, let me know. But I'm sure back then you stole somebody's flow,
It
you
was
was getting punched in the face.
suicide,
Yeah,
career suicide.
exactly.
And I was looking at it like, how do you actually define it? Because it's like, do you like? But all right, look at it like this: Kendrick, when the whole Drake shit came out with Drake having a ghostwriter, they tried to come at Kendrick and say, "Oh, look how many people Kendrick gave writers credit on his album." But Kendrick was giving people credit for coming on the track and be like, "Ooh," or like, "Ah," or "Yeah," or like a quiet sound. You feel me? And he's giving you credit for that. So, like, does the fact that they even could claim like that's right, and is it because like a sound or like a look and feel, like how Apple could sue Google or Android, whoever, and say their phone has the look and feel of the iPhone? Or is it like word for word, you have to be taking a person's bar word for word to be considered you're stealing their flow? Or is it just like a harmony, like maybe their hook got a certain harmony and you use that same harmony on your hook? Like, is that still in their flow? Like, what do
I
you
think
guys
I think harmonies are part of taking somebody's flow now.
like?
Like a harmony can make or break a song. In the
Very much
chat,
so.
King African Max says, "Damn, this one is shaky." What you mean, bruh?
No, that, oh,
What you mean?
Flea Mason. I see you, bro.
uh,
Unless you was dissing them. Flea Mason says unless you was dissing them.
DJ Brooklyn says Drake whole career was stealing other people's flow, rhymes, etc. King,
Sheesh.
King Africa Max says it's never okay to steal, but it's a thin line between that or love and hate and biting and paying homage. DJ Brooklyn said that was not allowed back then. King Africa Max says I think it's the feel.
All right, look at it like this. Like, I got a few, like, I'm an artist, you feel me? So clearly I get inspiration from other artists. So Currency, I don't really mention Currency a lot, but if you know me, you know he's one of the biggest influences on my music type shit. You feel me? So like, he has a song called Cold Game. No, it's called Anything. And I use the same beat. And in the beginning of his song, he says, "The interior of my Cadillac making them sick. Can you please get him a bucket? They something. You feel me?"
Mhm.
I started my song and I said, um, now, see, I hail from the town called the 718. Some that goose choose the wrong. No, we never hate. My flow killing these hoes. Could you please grab tape? You feel me? I
Mhm.
went like that. And my flow sounds similar to his flow because it's the same beat.
Yeah.
And like me being on the beat and gaining influence from his song. And I even say shit within the song that's in reference to him, or I shout out Jet Life, I shout out Spitter in the song. So I'm like, would you consider me a flow thief? Because I said something totally fucking different,
Well,
but it sounded
I think
similar.
I
You
think
feel me?
that's the question. Like, is it homage? Like, you can't be out here. You can't. I personally feel. Let us know in the chat. Is it stealing? But I feel like there's a thin line between it, where if you are using a flow of a song that people are fully aware that you're using it and you're not creating a whole new song out of it. For example, Ariana Grande taking Soldier Boy. In the chat, King Africa Max says, "Yo, L dot word, you make music? Plug." Oh, that's directed to you. I should not be
Ah,
reading that.
famous. So let me see. He said, "Yo, L dot, where did you make music? Plug your hit my line song that's on Spotify, Apple, and Tidal and shit. Wink,
Talk
wink,
about
wink,
it.
wink.
Talk
All that.
about it.
If I could throw my eye at you, nigga, like, nah, I got you, Brody. Let's see something. Nah, but continue. Respect, bro.
Who says, "I feel like if you show respect and credit, then it's all right." 100%. Because I think that at the end of the day, that's sampling. That is sampling. And hip hop was founded upon sampling. When we really break it down, hip hop started from taking records and creating something new. Now, we've, I personally feel like we've ran through every type of style that there is. That you take something and you create your own style from it in this hip hop game. Even the newer artists, you could say that some of them are taking styles from rock and roll. 21
Mm.
Savage, some of his songs sound like old rock songs. Gunna, Lil Baby, that's all rock. We're running,
That that drip too hard shit.
yeah. DJ Brooklyn gives us thumbs up. King Africa Max says Drake when he did that. Who do you love? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a shorty named Texas and she got a butt. That shit bit the whole shit. But it's not even. All right, well, the Soldier Boy shit wasn't that bad. It's the same thing. Like Drake's whole career is predicated on that 2 minute. All right, and the funny thing is, like, even with the Drake shit, let's keep it a buck. Drake is a fucking actor, so he's used to reading a script. He's used to playing a part. So that's the only time I give that nigga blind when I'm like, I don't even expect this motherfucker to write his shit. I expect him to have writers because he's an actor. You feel
Mm.
me? So if you know Drake as an entertainer and that's what he does, how can you be shocked when he entertains? Whether it's him that created it or someone else. Drake to me is a fucking singer, nigga. He could have songwriters. He's
So,
not a rapper.
to wrap it up, King Africa Max says, in Kadeem words, that's stealing. Red
That's
Moon says, artists take inspiration from other artists and other forms of music. 100%. That's what it is. DJ Brooklyn said, to be honest, hip hop is dead,
but
but
that's
that's
another
another
show.
show. Yo,
Yes, it
Brooklyn,
is.
we gonna have you call in. We gonna have you call up one day.
Yes,
We
sir.
definitely gonna have you call in. And I think I want to get Africa in that one too. Hip hop
Yes,
just
sir.
evolved and grew, bro. Can
That'll be a
somebody
good
screenshot
episode.
this right now? Can
Yes,
somebody
somebody
screenshot?
screenshot this. And remember, Africa and DJ Brooklyn Rich, we need you on this
We
show,
gonna get
bro.
an episode with both of you. I got a good idea. I'm
Oh,
gonna
we
hit
got